Hey everybody, Dave Spencer here. This is Nicole Adcock. Yesterday, which was, what's today, Thursday? Yesterday, Wednesday, I came across a story that had been shared several times, to say the least, on Facebook. And the story was about a dead body that had been found in front of the Davis County Public Library. I got wind of the story being passed around that it was a fake story. And so when I went to click on it, the story had already disappeared from the site where it was created. And Nicole created the story. Now, you have taken a fair amount of heat for that story.
Yes.
But you had a very clever and good point to make. I think it's a very daring and clever experiment what you have conducted here. Explain what you were doing.
Well, first of all, I knew going into this that I was up for heat. And I saw a page that said there was a purge in Owensboro. I clicked the link and it said that a kid had purged on his grandparents, murdered his grandparents, and it gave the grandparents' name, their ages, the address, the time, all of that. When I got to the bottom of it, it said 1-800-PRANK. So this had already had like 300 shares in Owensboro, and I shared it myself, and I was like, this page is a fake page. This is not real information. Don't share it. Well, then I started thinking to myself, like, how is that possible for you to say that kind of thing, have ages, names, addresses, all that? It looks so real, and just spread it like that to where people are really believing this. And I just started sinking in. Like, it shouldn't be accessible to the public to do those types of things. So I decided to go look into it myself. I clicked the link again. I was like, I wonder how you do it. All I had to do literally was hit the home button. And as soon as it popped up, it said image, headline, description. I could have picked anybody's picture, any headline, and write anything I wanted on it, shared it, and it would have went viral just like that. So I decided to pick the worst of the worst. Death. I said that I murdered my best friend, me and one of our other friends, and I gave, her age, I gave our ages, our names, where we were from, because my other friend is from Stanley. Said that we put her in front of the public library, and in the article itself, we actually put, like, inside jokes because she asked too many questions and all that, because, we kind of joke with her about that kind of thing, but I did that, said that me and my other friend were already incarcerated at DCDC, and I shared it, and I tagged the victim, and I tagged my other friend. I was like, she's gonna get us for this. And I mean, within an hour it had almost 600 shares, and that's when it all started. But I think me and my friends kind of laughing back and forth on my post itself, since I was the first person that shared it, might have gave people the impression that I thought it was like a cruel thing. The only thing we thought was funny was the inside jokes included in the article, but within 24 hours, there was over 1,000 shares. There was people that were calling her family, her friends, sending condolences, rest in peace statuses. The end of the thing said prank, just like the other one, because the website puts that on there. So no one was reading this article. Even something, I picked someone locally. I picked the most serious thing you can pick, murder. It says Owensboro woman murdered, or Owensboro woman found dead in front of public library. That serious, people still shared it before actually reading the article. And if they did read it, they didn't make sure that the source was credible. They shared it. 1,000 different people shared it. There's statuses, people crying, people upset, and it's a horrible thing. It is a horrible thing. And that is my point. We shouldn't be able to do that. But people don't look into things before they spread the information.
Do you think you could have gotten your point across had you let your friends, family and friends in on this beforehand?
Yes. Yes, I could have, and I apologize to those that I upset. And a lot of people were like, you don't see why we're upset, or you're closed-minded. No, I understand why you guys are upset. Y'all have every right to be, and that is the whole reason I did it. I took something that I disagree with and don't think should be possible, and I did it just to show what it does. It's detrimental to the people involved. I could have used anything. I mean, there's other ones in different states, like people are going to jail for passing people AIDS, and people are pedophiles, and these are coming from people that don't...
And these are fakes, these are just fake stories.
Yes,
yeah.
But it's people that don't like the other person or taking them and putting them in that situation and sharing it. And these states are having like 40,000 shares. It's ruining people's names, their reputations, all of that. So I did pick a very horrible subject. This is not anything to play with. I just wanted to show that this day and age, that's what people do. And we cannot force people to read the articles and make sure that the source is credible before they send it to the next person. But with it being like that, that should be the reason there are not sites like this.
So the site that you created your story on was actually called React 365. It did not have that 1-800-PRANK on the bottom of it, but it did have the website name at the bottom of the story.
Yes, it does. And it says underneath it, like right when you get to the end of the article, it says about. And then it says that this is fantasy, news, a couple other things, prank your friends. These articles are not to be taken serious, etc. But I don't know if the website knows or just doesn't care that people don't make it that far. Mine, the very last thing it said was 1-800-365-PRANK, because that's what the one that I read, that's what the very last thing said. So
was that connected to React 365?
yes,
Yeah.
the Owensboro Purge one. So that is how I knew that was
Gotcha.
a fake article. The article itself didn't exactly sound real. It sounded horrible but ridiculous. The headline and the picture did. And at the top of every article from that website, it has the date that's posted will be the day after. But of course, I mean, obviously a lot of people's point is we don't pay attention to small things like that, or we got so upset we didn't make it to the end. I would like to think I would make it to the end, but even if I didn't, like I said, that's why sites like this shouldn't exist.
Well, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Has anybody that you scared, that you offended, has anybody gotten back in touch with you and said, okay, I get why you did it?
You.
Me?
A lot of people have seen my point and understand, and like our circle of friends, you know, they see where we were saying the stuff in the article was humorous between us, but I knew that nobody else would think that was funny. I don't think the situation's funny. I've had a lot of comments, which it was expected. It's expected when you speak out about these kind of things. I've tried to voice my opinion or my reasoning, whatever, to some of them. Some of them flat out refused to even hear anything I'm saying. And then at one point I had to stop responding because there was over 1,000. I mean, I can't let everyone know my intentions behind it or that I'm not some cruel, horrible person.
To prove the danger of websites like the ones that we've talked about, do you feel like something has to be as shocking as what you did and surprising?
Unfortunately, I do. I think that if I would have gone about it as in like just making a regular status saying there's this website, y'all please share this, we need to get it taken down, it's not okay. I might have had a couple shares, maybe. Even if I would have made the fake post, I think if I would have noted my intentions up front, like, hey guys, this is fake, don't take it serious, but I need everyone to share so we can show how viral it's going to go, I don't think people would have shared it. And I hate that it had to be like that, and I don't know why I felt the need to even be the one to do it. But.
Well, I've been a critic of what social media can do. I mean, you know, things like Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat, it's not their faults inherently, you know, that people misuse them, but people do misuse them. You know, I mean, because people say all kinds of horrible things about other people, you know, like personal attacks on other people. Have you apologized?
I have. I made a status on my own page, and I made the post public, apologizing to those that I offended. I've wrote it on, you know, comments and things. I've even told Cassie herself, I'm sorry that so many people thought. I mean, she knew and she agrees you don't play with death, but she also supports me and understands my reasoning behind it. I still publicly apologize to those that were offended and hurt by this, but that is another reason behind it, just so I can show how detrimental it has been to those involved, like the ones that love her, care about her. Her old friends from school were really hurt by this, and it hurts me that it hurt them. I just needed to be able to show instead of just saying it. When you say things these days, it's like no one
You're right.
Spreads it.
You're right. I mean, you know, we're living in maybe a time when shock, you know, has to be used as a tool. I don't know. I don't think I would have ever thought to do anything like that. And if I had, I probably wouldn't have done that. But I get why you did it. I'm glad you and you've apologized. And would you be terribly surprised if some people just said, well, maybe didn't accept the apology?
No, not at all. And it's understandable at the
Yeah.
same time. I mean, not everyone's going to hear you out. Not everyone's going to accept it. It's kind of just part of it whenever you speak your opinion. I mean, someone's always going to have a different opinion. There's open-minded people that can agree to disagree, respect each other's opinions. I'm not pushing my opinion that this was a good way to go about it on anyone. None of that. But I still apologize. I hope that people will accept it. Those who don't, I understand. I just wanted to do what it did, obviously, make people see that this is horrible. What if I was serious? What if I did find out? There's
Yes.
people out here, 98% of people that are probably using that site are using it to hurt.
It's the old story of the boy who cried wolf.
Yes.
You say it, and you see enough fake stuff online. Pretty soon, people aren't going to believe the real stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone made that comment to me too. If they were to see that Cassie actually died, they wouldn't believe it, and that does bother me. I thought for a minute maybe I should have picked a different person, but
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. You stirred something up to show that something can be stirred up. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Nicole.
thank you.
Thank you for talking with us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.